that complete breakdown of a peaceful life in Manipur. Continuously for the last 1 year or more than 1 year, they were provoking the Kuki community. And government had enough information about something is going to happen. Last 2 months, not a single police personnel went there to record their statement. Security to the vehicles which carries relief material is not provided. That is the extent of failure from the part of the state government as well as the central government. What the central government is also doing, when they are seeing many people are killed this side or that side, but people of Manipur are being killed in front of their eyes. All these killings happen. They did not intervene. Why? They did not have the order. The state or the center delayed their order. This reminds us of the incidents of Gujarat. 3 days that state government did not do anything. For the party which is in power, for them, people of this country are merely votes. No respect for human life and dignity.
Hello and welcome to the News Minute. For the past 2 months, for more than 60 days, an Indian state called Manipur is burning. It's on fire. Violent clashes are taking place all over Manipur, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. It's not ending. Even as we speak, there is violence, there is fear, there is uncertainty. Precious lives are being lost. People have been internally displaced. There are relief camps. The union government says that they are trying everything possible to ensure that normalcy returns. The local government, the state government has miserably failed in controlling the violence. And what is even more shocking is the double engine Sarkar, particularly the union government and the Prime Minister's silence on this matter. The Prime Minister hasn't spoken a word about it, and that the opposition parties say that the union government is looking the other way when the Manipur is burning. To talk about this, I have with me the General Secretary of National Federation of Indian Women, Annie Raja. She led a fact-finding mission to Manipur, and she is back in New Delhi. Thank you so much for talking to us, ma'am. Can you tell us what exactly is the situation on ground?
See, the first impression to anyone who visits Manipur now is that complete breakdown of a peaceful life in Manipur, whether it is in the plains or in the hills. And people are under tremendous pressure and fear that at any time, anywhere, wherever they are, a bullet can come and kill them. This is the fear with which the people of Manipur are living for the last 2 months. And this is because the inaction from the part of the state government from day one to bring the situation under control and maintain peace and normalcy in that state. That is why people have very strong resentment and mistrust towards the government of the state as well as the center now.
Okay, you also visited the camps, ma'am. What exactly is the situation there? Are they getting some kind of help? Is the government providing some resources to these camps? So what exactly is the situation out there?
You see, in my organization, we had actually interacted with the people who left Manipur on the 4th or 5th on first week of May. On 4th, this all on 3rd, the entire riot started there in a large scale. So in Delhi, there are many number of families are there. So we visited, they came to our office, we visited wherever they are staying from both sides, I must tell you, and we had separate meetings with them to understand what is their need here in Delhi, because they have they came with the dress which they were wearing. Not even a piece of paper they could carry with them. So based on that discussion and meetings with the people who flee Manipur because of this conflict, we decided to visit Manipur. So from 28th June to 1st July, we were in different districts of Manipur, and we visited almost 7 relief camps. Both sides, but the common observation or common thing which I can share with you about the relief camps, are it is a complete negligence and apathy of the state of Manipur, the government, towards the people who were forced to come into the relief camp. And it is actually a question of the people's dignity and self-respect. Even if they are in the relief camp, government, it is the government, and it is their responsibility as a elected government to ensure necessary things. They are not demanding anything luxurious, but necessary things like proper drinking water, then food, then the hygiene in and around the relief camps, and all those things, and some health service, minimum health service there. But we have seen from 1-month-old child to 80-year-old elderly, they were all in the camps. Wherever all the 7 camps we visited, they were all there. And for 1-month-old child and 80-year-old person, elderly person, they are all getting some rice and dal. This is the only food they are providing. Pregnant women, lactating mothers, people with all diabetics, cancer, then heart ailments, and these old age problems. For everyone, this is there is no special or a supplementary food or even milk to these children, small kids. There is no such thing. And interestingly, I can tell you, very few places government have put up relief camps. All other most of the majority of the relief camps are run by local sports clubs, or 1 or 2 places we have seen the local MLAs on their own this thing, not the government. And everywhere it is like that. What government does, providing supplying little bit of rice and dal. This is the only thing they are giving. So
Okay.
they don't bother to give at least a minimum basic thing to the people who are there in the relief camp.
Okay, just for our viewers, just for an understanding, we understand that the violence in Manipur is large scale. There is violence, everywhere. How many camps are there, ma'am? Relief camps. How many camps are run by the government? How many camps are run by, the citizens there? Because we have been seeing ground reports from on multiple YouTube channels. I'm not saying that it's being reported on mainstream media. The mainstream media is not covering Manipur, or maybe they are covering, but it's not widespread, or it's not something that is focused at this point in time. Just a sense of how big the issue is in Manipur to understand
That is why when we visited in the plane, this Meitei community, some of the leaders itself, they said our people are in more than 2,000 relief camps in the plains. 2,000 in the sense that there with 20, 25, 30 people to 300, 400, 500 people. That is it is not that every camp has hundreds of people. But with 30 people also there is camp. We have seen with 40 people, we have seen with 53 people, and like that. And in the hill area also number of camps are there. I don't have an exact number. We tried to meet the CM and the even the governor, but they did not give us an appointment. So officially, even government data, even we are not privy to that. So this is what the Meitei people said. Their people are in 2,000, more than 2,000 camps. That we have seen that from with 35 member camps to more than 500 members. These are the thing.
Okay.
But what we are also told that government has not, the majority of these camps are by the locals and some civil society organizations. They are they have put up this, and they are helping the people to get the bare minimum things.
Okay, you also met the officials there, the district administration or the government officials. What are they saying? Are they feeling helpless that they are unable to stop the violence, or what exactly is their priority now? On one hand, you
You
need to, safeguard people who are there living in camps. We understand that they have made the people who are living there have made their private arrangements to protect them. Uh, it's complete breakdown of law and order situation there, ma'am.
This we met the district collector of Churachandpur, where this on 3rd May incident in that district only it all started. Then we met the ADC, additional collector in Bishnupur, and what they are saying that we are trying our level best, but for them also, even this district administration also, the support must come from the state, from the chief minister, from the cabinet. So at some point of time, they are also expressing their what inability to do it sincerely something, because you see, to control these violence, these cross firing and everything, they need the help of the force, whether it is police or in Manipur. What we have witnessed is, whatever force Indian government is having, they are all there. Whether it is army, whether it is rapid action force, whether it is a BSF, I don't know what all forces in different uniforms they are there. So, in spite of that, that's what I am saying. So that tells you the reality. In spite of the presence of thousands of the security personnel, including the police, every day killings are happening there. Even in Imphal, at the capital of even when near to the chief minister's residence, it is happening. We have seen when on 29th we have seen a dead body that he was killed hours before when we saw that body, and it was so brutal. And the women wanted to take that dead body to the chief minister's residence and throw the body into his complex, because they are so angry. Even in Manipur, even in near to his area, he is not doing anything to stop or save the life of the people of that state. That was their anger. And interestingly, I also must tell you, interestingly, all these women who met on 29th evening, we met them in the morning, and on 28th also, they were not ready to say even a single word against the CM. But the developments in the afternoon of 28th and the morning of 29th, and the that has changed. And by evening of 29th, the entire people, particularly, that there you can see everywhere it is women, whether to block the road or whether to keep a watch or to protect their men. It is all women. They were all so angry. That again tells you the failure of an elected chief minister, elected government, to discharging their constitutional responsibility of protecting, safeguarding the life and livelihood of the people of that state.
Okay, in your report, ma'am, you say that Manipur violence is not communal violence, nor it is a fight between two communities. It's about land, resources, and the other things that are there. So why have you made this observation? So what is happening, in Manipur? Is this something that
You see,
the outside
yeah.
world only knows that there are two communities are fighting against each other, but you say that there is something more to it?
That's right. You see, just before the May 3rd incident, or in that large scale violence, we must understand that there was also some developments happening, or before that also. Um, two, three things I think we must tell the viewers, that before that what happened, whether it is in the month of March or in the month of April, all these things. You see what happened. The people were very angry with the government, particularly the Kuki areas, because they are all tribals, and for tribal development fund comes, that will be most of the majority, more than 80% of that money is spent in the plains, and very little reaches to the hill
Hill
areas.
areas.
So so they were angry, and to somehow pacify that anger of the people, and to bring them to the side of the government opened an open gym there in the hill, and people said, no, we don't want any, for the say, to show the world that you are caring for us, we don't want a gym here. They refused, and but on 28th he was supposed, the chief minister was supposed to open that gym, and on 29th the locals there, they put on fire, they burned down that open gym to show their anger. And why they have done before that also, actually 30 to 40 families of the Kuki families were evicted from that hill villages, saying that they are all illegally occupied people. So they want to protect, safeguard the forest land. That is what government claims. And these people are saying generations together we were there, and so far there was no problem. Even otherwise it is tribal this thing, and but this government evicted them, and without providing them any alternate arrangement, they had to left that place. And again in March itself, three churches, and all three belongs to different denominations in Imphal, they were also demolished. And they are saying, I met the priest of that Catholic church, whose one of their church was also demolished. They said, we are having a legal patta with us for decades, but government is coming, and without verifying anything, without telling us, they are simply destroyed, demolished our churches.
Okay.
So these things were continuing, and uh, so this is of Kuki churches, Kuki areas, and at the same time, Meitei Christians the churches were also burned down, and also the some of the temples were also destroyed. So, and they don't have that sort of a religious what is that religious animosity among them, and they were all living together. And even in the camps, why we have come to that conclusion, even in the camps, whether it is Meitei camp or in the Kuki camp, people are saying, some women were crying even of talking about their neighbor. Meitei camp, they are talking about the Kuki neighbors and their friendship, and the Kuki camp, same thing, Meitei neighbors and how they all lived, because they are all ordinary people, daily wage worker, and they had a simple life together. And nobody spoke about, oh, they are Meitei and we are, they are Christians, or we are this thing, and they are tribals, we are a high caste. No such talk has taken place. So this is very clear. If it is that sort of a clash, it should have been reflected in their attitude, even when they are in the camps. So it is very clear.
So you have also mentioned something which is very serious in your report. You say that the entire violence is a state-sponsored violence. This is the background in which you are trying to come to that conclusion, that it's orchestrated.
Yeah, because why? Because all this background is there. They are provoking the people continuously for the last 1 year or more than 1 year. They were provoking the particularly the Kuki community. And then if it is not government sponsored, then immediately on the 3rd itself, and government had enough information about something is going to happen, and something big will going to happen, because the place where the CM was supposed to visit was burned down by the people. And then also there is a peace rally. They announced, the Kuki people. Many developments were there with a sense of common sense. With a common sense, anybody can understand that there needs to be more vigilant monitoring and care to prevent any untoward incident, larger incidents. As a government, again, I'm saying, as an elected government ruled by the constitution of this country, he should have been taken precaution about and prevent this. Even after breaking up of this conflict and this on the 3rd, what did he do to prevent and to create confidence among the people? Nothing. And that is why a government which looks folding their hands and looking at things where the people are killing each other, and many other forces are also there. So what is this? How can we say that the government has no role in government? But you see, even after 2 months, we met the gun shot so people who are in hospital even now. For the last 2
People
months,
who are injured, people who are injured in the firing.
yes, people and in the firing. So we met them. They are in the RIMS hospital in Imphal. Last 2 months, not a single police personnel went there to record their statement, or any official. They can send even a clerk from the district of Imphal to go and find out what is. So far, nobody. So these are the things. So that is why we are under. It is very clear. What even I am asking you, a government, if they are sincere in the life of the people and to a peaceful life for the people, did they not intervene in the situation and try to bring back a normalcy?
Absolutely,
Now,
ma'am. Yeah.
yeah, even what the central government is also doing. When they are seeing many people are killed this side or that side, but people of Manipur are being killed. The center, if the state government is failing, the chief minister is failing, why should the central government is there? They should have been intervened, and they should have ensured extended all sort of support to the state administration to bring back normalcy and to to avoid any further loss of life. They also they deployed what we are told, when on the even on the 3rd and 4th, even the forces, they were all there in front of their eyes. All these killings happened. Many, they did not intervene. Why? They did not have the order. Why the state or the center delayed their order for action or to control this thing? This reminds us of the incidents of Gujarat. 3 days that state government did not do anything in 2002. Same thing we are hearing here. We did not have any order. Police are saying we don't have any order. We cannot act like that. And now what police is saying? The large scale looting of weapons have happened. Even chief minister also agreed. I read it in a paper. And now police is saying, calling the other side, the Kuki people, you also come take, because we are they are taking it from our yeah, and you, why can't you also come? So they are very generous in supplying this thing, weapons. What is this?
Okay. So the information that is coming out of Manipur is very sketchy at this moment. We do not have any concrete information. The government has not released any numbers, I believe. So, what exactly are the casualty figures? What exactly are the numbers with regards to people who are internally displaced, people who have lost their livelihood or their homes, properties? Do we have any numbers, ma'am?
We don't have exact number because still these firing and killings are going on. But when we were there, the both the sides said more than 60,000 people are displaced, and more than 160 people have lost their life. And one thing more I must tell you, when we met the ADM of Vishnupur, he said we are not able to provide many relief materials. We were particularly speaking about for the women and the young girls because they face a lot of problem there. They need sanitary napkins and other things. So he said it's very difficult because recently also one truck which was carrying the relief materials, that was burned down. So it is difficult to send these. Then we said we can send all the some of these things for the people. Will you ensure that it reaches to the camp? Then he said that we will try our level best. That's what the ADM was telling us. So this is, even that is not security to the vehicles which carries relief material is not provided. That is the extent of failure from the part of the state government as well as the central government, because their forces are also there. We had
Okay.
to cross 7 checkposts of different security checkposts, and they are checking us, but not they are not preventing, they are not doing anything to prevent these killings.
And while you say that the state government has completely failed, it's also the responsibility of the union government. What do you have to say about the Prime Minister's silence on this matter?
No, Shabbir, what to say for them, for Mr. Narendra Modi, to the Baren Singh, for the party which is in power, for them, people of this country are merely votes. They are not the citizens, or they with constitutional rights. For them it is the question of 10 votes and 2 seats and power, not nothing more than that. That is why however number of people can be killed, but they are confident that they can retain power. They can bring any emotive issue, so that people think that, oh, such a strong person is needed, so that that person can control or bring everything back to normalcy and everything, and to save this country a powerful man is needed. But people don't think that because of these inaction from these governments, from the center and state, so many of their lives have lost, that there are people's lives have lost. That is this government, Narendra Modi is damn sure that he can turn around everything. But Karnataka, he could not succeed in that. That's a different story. I am not getting into that. But what I am trying to say, no respect for human life and dignity. This is one thing. They are bothered about number of votes and the number of seats and power. That
And
too
what do you
for
have to,
not for
what
the people of, that too not for the people of this country. That too for two purpose. One is to hand over everything to the corporates, and number two is their final agenda is making this country as a Hindutva country, and that agenda they need to fulfill. So whoever is stumbling block for that in their march to make or convert India into a Hindutva state. That is what these only these two purpose. For that, they don't care any life. That's why how Prime Minister even one he was asked about the incidents of Gujarat. He said कुत्ता के जो बच्चे गाड़ी के नीचे आएगा तो क्या कर सकती है. So such a thing, and even now you tell me, being a prime minister, he should have been spoken. He was traveling and visiting and meeting the people in US, Indian origin people or Indians there in US, and who were all there with him, all the corporates. For them, he is doing, actually, he is working as a middleman to bring. He says that it is for the country, but it is all for the private companies, for their private investment, for their profit. He is taking all this care. Now, he came to power promising 2 crore jobs. What is the situation? How much crore, how many crores that he could give so far? 9 years now. But the corporate profit have increased day by day, month by month, year by year. So for them,
Also,
it is votes and seats and power.
Also, ma'am, no violence takes place without politics. So, what kind of politics was involved in propagating hate against these two communities, the Kukis and the Meiteis? What was the role of political parties and organizations in that has now resulted in this massive violence in that area?
See, I must also tell you, Shabbir, that it's not only BJP, RSS. There is the role of RSS one need to look at, and the other fanatic, religious fanatic extremist groups like Arambai, Tengol, and all these things. These are all forces which which actually put oil into the fire, more fire. That is what we have seen there, and it's very clear. It's an and the open support of the chief minister to one of these fanatic group. That is also people are talking about. That's how we have come to know about this, and he is also interacting with them. And in one post I saw he is asking that group to stop killing the other side. So these are all their factors that it needs a very, very even I would like to say that we have demanded Supreme Court monitored inquiry is
Intervention.
needed, justice process is needed to bring out the reality, the truth of this entire conflict.
Right, ma'am. Thank you so much for talking to us and informing our viewers about what's the situation on ground. We will keep a close watch on that. In fact, I had also interviewed a Congress MP who visited Manipur, and the situation has not changed from then. Even after 2 months, we are still seeing that there is violence, there is uncertainty, there is fear, and the lives and livelihood of people has been affected, and we hope that the violence stops, and at least the prime minister talks about this, ma'am. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, I would also like to appeal through your channel that Manipur is not outside our country. It is part of our country. And if Manipur is in trouble, that means the rest of the country is also in trouble. Manipur is a very strategically centered districts. And if Manipur is in trouble, then that means we are all in trouble. So the people from other states also should take keen interest to know the reality there and to put pressure on the central government as well as the state government to act and control and the situation and bring back peace and normalcy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for talking to us, ma'am. We hope and pray that the violence in Manipur ends at the earliest, and we will be keeping a close watch on the developments in Manipur. Thank you so much for speaking to us, ma'am.